What up? What up? What up? It is another edition of Square One, and we are back. If memory serves me correct, this is week 7, I do believe, of the NFL season. And man, this has been a crazy NFL season, man. Crazy. Some games I saw coming, some games I did not see coming. But before we get into it, start chopping it up. What's up, fellas? How y'all been doing?
Doing good, man. How you been doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, bro. Like your mic's a little bit off, Mike. We got the wrong one activated, but I've been doing well. Speaking of football,
day by day,
as y'all know, I've been policing around close to 28 years. So some things, I've given up law enforcement. One of the things I've given up is working security at football games. Well, last night I broke that rule, and we had 2 games in my county going at the same time. One was a homecoming that required about 20, 25 officers. Another was another school in the county that required about 6 officers. So to be a team player, I jumped on the one that was 6. And first thing, it was raining. And by South Carolina High School League, as long as it's lightning 10 miles or less, you can't have a game. So it backed up the game about 45 minutes. So instead of it starting at 7:30, it started around maybe 8:15, which added more time on my feet. On top of that, it was raining.
But more money in your pocket, though, right?
No. And it was raining.
Oh, really?
And then these referees, the last 15 seconds of the game, the referee just, instead of placing the ball down, he held it while the clock was running. And literally the other team lost because of that, and they were livid. So we had to hurry up and get the referees off the field. People going crazy, berserk. Then, at the time we were able to get them off the field, it started raining again and lightning and hailing on top of that. So when I should have got home maybe around about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I didn't get home at about 11:30, close to 12. So I will never work another football game.
Was the game at least good, though?
Yeah, it was good. Still, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Did you see what happened after the Dallas Chargers game?
The fight in the locker room?
The fight with the fans.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Actually, it was very funny, Daddy. It was very funny because these guys were falling all over the place, trying to knock each other out.
Wow.
And they must have been fighting on ice because they were falling everywhere. It was hilarious, man. That just goes to show what happens when, a sore team loses or another team, boasts too much.
I don't care. As much as I love my team, I ain't trying to fight because they won or lost and somebody saying something crazy. I'm enjoying the game, and when it's over, I'm trying to head to the parking lot, get out of that mess. It's going to be probably an hour or 2 waiting to get out of it. So
that's right.
I don't understand this concept of fighting because your team lost, all that kind of crazy stuff. Especially I ain't getting paid for it.
You know what I mean? And we already talked about what we would do to get paid.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, I ain't fighting for no football team or no game because my team lost. Like, even if my kid played for the team, that's still no reason to fight. You know what I mean? It's just a game. That's it.
Wow. Eli, you want to see a real game, go to the 49ers.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't tell that last week. They looked like the doggone 47ers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they were missing 2 people.
Yeah, they were, but still.
2 key people.
Yeah, but still. Fuck him.
You take away anybody's. I mean, there's very few quarterbacks who could survive without their 1A and 1B receivers. Even Brady looked mediocre without good receivers. I ain't saying Purdy's all that, but it's the only hiccup he had, and that's all people are emphasizing on. What about the little streak the guy had?
Yeah, I'm not saying he I think how am I going to word this? I still would take him, most out, and I still think 49ers are the best team in the NFL right now, even with that loss. But like you said, I will agree. They lost.
They lost a bad game,
and then boy got hurt too. Was the running back? Can't think his name.
McCaffrey.
Oh yeah.
That's huge, Danny. If you look at how much of his offense
I
he's
agree.
part of, and then you got Debo Samuels, that hurt me too. You
Well,
know,
I was just shocked that the Browns were able to beat him. I thought it'd be a stronger team.
Is McCaffrey gone for the rest of the season?
I don't know.
No. They're both okay.
Stop talking that up, Nzo. You trying to talk some stuff up? No.
I could say
He's just hoping that I don't have him.
No, I know.
I had Cleveland's defense, and they weren't doing shit. But that's one game they played like they were supposed to, with all the hype around them this coming season. They actually played like the hype.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, defense are looking good too. I got them in 2 of my fantasy leagues. Them Raiders, boy, they got a defensive end. I think his name Crosby. Better watch him. He is a beast.
And look at the build on him, Danny. I can't understand. Like, what is he doing?
He does not look athletic, does he?
At all.
I thought it was just
at all. No, he doesn't look at. I look at his arms and I'm saying, how's he doing it?
Hey, technique, buddy. Got to be technique.
Because you look at that beast on Cleveland. What's his name? 95?
I'm not sure any of the Cleveland defensive people. I just didn't keep.
No, but this guy's a monster.
Yeah, but
and he dunks the ball too.
Yeah, 2 players got to keep my Parsons and Greenslaw. Those are my 2. I'm mainly keeping track of that stuff in there. They're very good, very good. We'll go and get to NBA topic first, and it is which are the 3 best of the West as currently constructed now? Which 3 teams you think right now, start today, got odds on favorite of going to the finals in the West? Whoever wants to start. Well, I'll start first.
For who? Say that again. I'm sorry.
For the West. The West.
NBA.
NBA.
Okay. All right.
Mine's going to be, of course, returning champion. I'm really scared of them boys because Murray and Jokic, they got a very good 1-2 punch. I don't think there's a lot of egos on that team. They're well coached, and I think now they're going to come out here and prove that this wasn't a fluke, that they deserve to be there. And barring injury, I think they'll definitely go back to the finals because they're well oiled. Number 2, I think is going to be the Suns. I love Devin Booker. Now they got Kevin Durant if he can stay healthy, and now they got Bradley Beal. So that's a 3-headed monster. So them staying healthy, I think Phoenix is going to have a good chance of causing some noise. And last but not least,
Danny, oh, you only said 2?
2.
Okay, I had to step away. I thought I missed them. Go ahead, sorry.
And my 3rd one is going to be the Lakers. As much as I don't like LeBron, he has a good supporting cast. If only AD can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, I think they're going to be a good chance. I think he's a little embarrassed by that sweep. That I know I would be embarrassed, and I'm pretty sure he's probably getting tired of the Jordan lovers that hate him, and he want to try and prove it. So I think the only way he can move up in my mind, any ground, is win another championship. So if he wins another championship, I may have to. I'm not going to say he's better, but I would have to really say give him a little bit more props when he's currently now.
He's like number 2.
I give him 2. I give him 2 now. But if he wins another championship, and if he wins in a deciding in a certain fashion, and he gets a Finals MVP, and if he gets a regular season MVP, that's going to have to make me dig down into the stats more to show that Jordan is still the superior player. Just my opinion. So we're going to go number 2 next.
So you're asking for who we think the top 3 are?
Right now, starting day, your predictions, who you think are the top 3 best teams in the West?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll go next. The San Antonio Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs, and number 3 is the San Antonio Spurs.
God, I wish I had that. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
No, honestly, Denver Nuggets for sure. They're my number 1s to pick to take it. If Ja Morant can play basketball and stop getting into stupid trouble, I'm going to say the Grizzlies have a good chance. And you see, even though I just don't see the Lakers being one of those teams. So my third team would probably be between, well, three maybe: Phoenix Suns, Golden State Warriors. Yeah, those two would be probably for my number three.
So you said Phoenix Suns 3.
Phoenix
You
Suns
say,
or Golden State Warriors, 3A, 3B.
yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies and Denver Nuggets, the number one for sure. Like I think they're repeating. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roberto.
Oh, Chris didn't go?
Not yet. You go ahead.
Okay. I would have did some homework if I knew this. But I have to say, number one, I have to say, you're the champ. You have to beat the champ. So it's got to be Denver. I don't want to mimic Danny, but, Phoenix is looking deadly with Beals there. And, I think Paul's going to make a difference in Golden State, man.
Okay. Chris Paul?
Yep.
You don't think he's a little bit past his prime?
It's okay. He's still searching. And I think maybe, he said, if Durant could do it, why not give it a try?
Yeah. I like Golden State. I just don't think that bench is good enough. And then Kuminga, and I can't think of the other guy. They have to step up. And also, of course, Wiggins, 2 years ago, he was fantastic. But he's a little injury prone. And, of course, Clay is not back at 100%. I think if Clay was at 100%, Steph going to be Steph. Draymond, sometimes he's unpredictable. His mouth and attitude to me just brings a
But he's always
spirit.
had that, Danny.
Huh?
He's always had that.
Yeah, but it seems like it's got worse now. I think they got weaker when him and Jordan Poole had that situation. And then Jordan Poole left. If Jordan Poole would have stayed, they would have somebody coming off the bench that could be shooting and stuff. They don't have that now.
I think him leaving is why they're going to do better. That's my reason.
So that's what I was going to ask you, Roberto. Do you think Jordan or Chris Paul is a downgrade or an upgrade from Jordan Poole?
I would say it's an even swap.
Yeah.
Really?
Even swap because Paul is still a great passer.
It's an upgrade with leadership, but it's a downgrade from shooting. I think Jordan Poole is a better.
He's too inconsistent, Poole, man. Even last night, the game of be it it's preseason, he scored 41 points in New York. Last night he was 2 for 17. That's the Jordan Poole I know. He's not consistent. When he shines, he looks really good. But when he doesn't shine enough.
I agree with that.
Do you think that the reason he didn't? Well, in New York, he's going to be more of the lead dog, right? And there in Golden State, he got two other shooters ahead of him. He's a third option, maybe even a fourth option if you consider Wiggins.
Wiggins has got to hold his own. I think Wiggins is the key to them having success.
Yeah, Wiggins' defense is
prime.
Fantastic. Yep. And I listened to Andre Iguodala. He formerly retired, and he was on First Take, if I'm not mistaken, and he was saying that he think that all those guys are going to have to retire together. That the three being Draymond, Steph, and Clay. He was also saying that, which I definitely agree with, that Golden State always had a turnover problem, and that Chris Paul should definitely help solve that and calm them down. So I agree with that. All right. You finished your three, Roberto?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Knight, what's your three, sir?
It is definitely Nuggets, Denver, of course. Like you guys say, I mean, if they can, until they're knocked out, they're going to be the ones that you got to beat. So that's just an automatic. I would then put, I don't know. I think the Lakers have a little chip on their shoulder this year. I think LeBron's going to be really motivated. I think because like you said, he wants one more. If he gets one more, he knows. And I'm not saying that's all he thinks about as far as am I the greatest basketball player? I'm pretty sure he already thinks that. But for the records, for the people who talk about the best players ever, I think he believes that with one more championship that there'll be a lot more people that jump on his side.
When he said it on camera when I won that one, yeah, that made me the best right there. Yeah, when I won that, I was like, you clown. Even if I would have thought that, the audacity to say it on camera, I might would sit around on backstage job. That man, I'm thinking,
I know.
I'm pretty fired, bro.
Two
But
things.
Say it where everybody could hear it. Nope.
Two things that LeBron did that made people criticize him, and I think turned a lot of people off, was the not one, not two, not three.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That and the decision that he go into Miami, but then he did that, and then the saying he's the greatest of all time because he came back from 3-1.
Yeah, but Kid the Galley said that. He said, I was talking about me. He wasn't talking about winning it with
Yeah, he messed up when he said that.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is the Clippers, I believe.
Whoa.
Damaged goods.
Yeah. They can't stay healthy enough. I know for a fact, and I'm going to put some.
If they stay healthy, they're dangerous.
I'm ready to put some M&Ms on this one.
I'm not going to because they're my third. They're my third. I'm just saying, but I'm with.
I know what you're saying, but you don't know what the bet is. I'm putting some M&Ms on here. Any amount you want to bet that Kawhi Leonard will be injured some point in the season.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Facts.
I've never seen somebody. Paul George might make it. He might make it.
But I'm just saying,
Kawhi Leonard won't see 50 games. He will not play 50 games, and he will be injured.
I'll give you one better.
Probably.
I'll put 50 jelly beans that either LeBron James or Anthony Davis has the same issue this season.
I'm doubling on Nzo.
I say
a no-brainer too.
I'll say Anthony Davis. I'll say Anthony Davis, but I think LeBron James does the load management. I don't think he is injury prone as the rest of them are. I just don't.
But he's old.
And he's been injured the last 2 years. And with the NBA's new rules, they can't load manage this year.
Exactly. Yeah, that's going to change a lot too.
Injured. You cannot load manage this year. You can't sit out a game because you want to.
So, yeah, but watch him start false flagging injuries now. Watch him literally use fake injuries or just say, "Oh, he's hobbling right." Well, the doctor says he probably needs to take a day or two off. I guarantee
that would be.
It's not going to fix anything. They're going to still find a way around it.
I don't remember Danny Ainge playing for the Suns. Are you sure he played for the Suns?
Oh yeah.
Danny Ainge?
No. Danny Ainge played for the Celtics. What am I saying?
I know, but Eli said the Suns were best when Danny Ainge was playing, not coaching. I don't remember him playing. I remember him coaching it, but I don't remember him playing for the Suns.
I don't think he paid for them.
I think. Hold on.
Give me some receipts, Eli.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Eli, who said Warriors, Nuggets, Heats. See, you ain't a true basketball fan. Didn't I say the West? Last time I checked, the Heat ain't no way in the West.
No, what the hell? Man, he's smoking something good today.
Yeah, some good stuff.
No, it said from 92 to 95 he played on the Suns.
So he played with Barkley. Okay, I stand corrected. I can't remember the lineup. I remember Kevin Johnson. And I remember Cedric Wallace.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
So 81 to 89 was the Celtics. He played 1 year for the Sacramento Kings, or 2 years for 1 year technically, and then he went to the Trailblazers and then the Suns. And it looks like he probably wrapped it up.
Fucking Eli don't know shit about basketball, and he's schooling us right now. That's not cool, man.
No, he ain't.
I don't know.
I said who's the West.
Yeah, but
anyways,
you're right. He's 1 for 1.
Anyways, I just wanted to say the things Roberto was saying is exactly why. I don't disagree that they're going to have their injuries and stuff, but if they can stay healthy most of the season, they got a dangerous team. They got a team that can be very dangerous, and that's the one thing. I think it's not like what the Clippers used to be. The Clippers used to be, or the Warriors, but the Clippers have had moments where you had to you had to count them as a contender. I don't think people are counting them as a contender, and that makes them dangerous.
On paper, they are fantastic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
nobody's thinking like that.
You know, because even those two people in here don't agree with me. Russ can be effective at times, and there was a fourth player talking about going over. They're talking about Harden going there. Now I don't know about that. Now on paper they would be hard to beat if they all stayed healthy. If they all could get on the same page, they would be, in my mind, the favorites. But all four of them, I think there's too many egos. I don't know if one of them can be the alpha dog and take lead of it. But if, on paper and with all their accolades, the four of them get together, I would hate to see it on my list. Who we play next? Clippers. Who? What? No. But James Harden, to me, he's a cancer. I didn't care for his game anyhow, and now he just. I'm not happy. I'm gonna take my ball and leave and trying to make people do stuff. I give you some of that to a certain extent, but he is gone beyond any kind of reason in my mind. So he has to go there. I think I was listening to, was it Shannon or somebody? If you don't get traded to the Clippers, he's going to be stuck in Philadelphia, and he is not going to be effective there. I don't believe. Just my 2 cents. All right. Next question. All right. You said who is the best. Now the question is, who is the worst? Who is the worst? Not in the NFL. Where the NBA at? Who's the worst in the West? Who is the worst in the West? I'm gonna say now. I'll go first again. Portland, definitely. Without oh boy, he going to Milwaukee. They have considerably dropped down to me the worst. I have to say OKC would be next. And not because I'm trying to throw shade at Nzo, but I just don't see San Antonio doing anything without their help as currently constructed. If they get some more help, then they might make some noise. But right now, today, I think those are the three weakest in the West. Anybody else agree, disagree?
They're good choices. I think San Antonio getting that guy, the freak, the new freak. I think he's gonna make a difference. He's gonna, because he's only getting better, and he's only gonna get stronger. And to see handles like that on us, like I would be scared. Imagine you're in the gym and this guy's doing crossovers and shit. And what is he, 7'7"?
I'm not sure. I know Nzo talked about him, and I can't even pronounce his name, but I haven't even seen him play.
Oh, I watched him play. You watch him play, Roberto?
Yes.
Oh, he's good. Like
he's no pretender.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, like crossover dribbles. You know what I mean? Popping up, hitting threes.
Nzo, did you see him put the ball between the man's legs and left him standing there looking through them? You don't even see that hardly in the school ground, man.
Yes. Now, I know it's preseason, right?
Okay.
And I get it, right? But it just, from what we've seen, he's okay. So he's still a raw talent, right? That's obvious. He's still going to need a lot of work, right? But he's
Who's working with him?
Yeah, exactly. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and all these guys. Like, to say that the Spurs are going to be in the bottom three, I don't agree with that. I think with him being there, that at least puts them maybe in the middle of the pack. Yeah,
I have to agree. I won't say bottom three, not with that guy.
Right. Now, will they be a playoff team? Maybe not, right? But I think they'll be contending for a playoff spot throughout the season with him being there, as long as he doesn't get injured, right? Plus, some of the other talent that the Spurs have, I was watching these guys and I'm like, they're not that bad. You know what I mean? Some of these young guys aren't that bad. So if they can build, which I don't doubt the Spurs can do, I believe the Spurs can build a lot around Victor. And I say in about 5 years, they'll at least be contending for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but bottom three. Ooh, okay. So my bottom three. I guess I'll go with my bottom three first. Oh fuck. I'm gonna say the Houston Rockets for sure. Portland Trailblazers. And ooh shit.
San Antonio Spurs. Go ahead and say it.
Maybe the Jazz? Yeah, the Jazz. Nah, bro. I think the Spurs are gonna be middle of the pack. I think they're gonna be fighting for a playoff spot this season. You'll see.
Okay.
Would you be willing to put some
No,
jelly
I would. I would not.
You don't put jelly beans on that one? Okay. Just joking. Now I ain't saying they're gonna make it. I just think that they're good enough to at least challenge for that 8th spot. If not, maybe get in at 7, 6, or something like that. As long
You
as
said middle of the pack, so that'd be anywhere from there's 15 teams, so anywhere from 8 to 12 spot.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pretty much, yeah.
So tell me, I'm sorry, I missed your first two worst.
Oh, the bottoms I had Portland Trailblazers.
Portland. Okay.
Yeah, they got rid of Dame Dollar. That's Utah Jazz and the Houston Rockets.
Okay. Mr. Knight, well, your bottom three. Roberto, did you go?
No.
Go ahead and go.
I'm going to say Portland number 1. Houston number 2.
It's scary. We all agreeing on these things.
Sorry.
I don't know. Let's see. Oklahoma.
I don't even know anybody on Oklahoma, so
I know they got a guy from Montreal. They got 2 Canadians on there. That's I know. And one of them almost got Player of the Year, no?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, Nzo?
No. On which team?
Gildress?
Oh, Gilgis Alexander. Yeah.
Alexander, yeah. He plays for Oklahoma.
Yeah, Canadian.
He came here and lit it up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mr. Knight, your 3 worst in the NBA.
So the third worst, so not quite the worst, is going to be, I'm going to say Houston Rockets. Then I'm going to go San Antonio.
Hey, watch your mouth, boy.
I just said San Antonio. I'm talking about cities here.
Oh, Lord, I was
Let me rephrase that. First, I'm going to say Rockets, then Spurs.
Hey.
Oh, my God.
Okay, let's try this again. How about this? Let's try this again. Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, and then the worst one is going to be Portland Trailblazers.
Kick this guy off of the stream like right now. Just kick Chris out of here, please. Like, we don't need to hear these bullshit opinions from this guy anymore. Can't kick you up, Danny, because you're the host. But kick Chris the fuck out, please.
Well, I'm with Chris on this one, boy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to see Hambi and Bud, whoever's in there, play first.
So let me.
I didn't put him last.
Yeah, whatever.
Put him next to last.
Whatever. So, are you willing to put some jelly beans that they're gonna make it in the middle of the pack or so?
No, middle of the pack is too close to the bottom.
You see, you motherfuckers. You want to put them on the bottom, but you don't want to put your money where your mouth.
No, because it's too long of a season.
I'm looking at last year, and last year they were dead last.
Yeah, one behind last year.
I'm just going.
And
what's middle of the pack?
Hold on.
What's middle of the pack?
Like
8
Danny
to 12.
Yeah.
8 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And
Danny, to be honest with you, Danny, there is a rumor that the Spurs tanked to get him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That would be.
I really wouldn't be surprised.
Neither would I.
That would be coach like.
And neither. Hey, that's not. That's what I'm saying. That's not really Popovich's style to do that.
That's
But,
strategy. If I'm an owner of a team, I know I could
yeah,
get the next. Are you kidding me?
if you're
They did the
looking
same
at,
thing in hockey.
yeah, if you're looking at this guy, like he could have even be like just almost as good as Tim Duncan, right? Yeah, I think you take that chance to do that. One thing I wanted to say about Eli, he said, "Why is everybody hating on Portland Mavericks? All Luka Doncic's fault." You see, the problem with picking the Mavericks as the last, as long as you have a talent as Luka on your team
You have Kyrie still.
And Kyrie Irving
and
too.
Kyrie, it's hard to put them in the bottom.
And the reason why we're doing
If
that
those
too,
two can gel.
we're doing by last year's stats. Last year, I'm looking at right now. The last three in the standings were Trailblazers at 13, Rockets at 14, and Spurs at 15.
Hmm.
That's why I'm basing a lot of mine on. Now, like Chris said, I think Nzo said, I gotta see this guy play. Gonna be good as Tim Duncan. I ain't saying that yet. I'm gonna have to see some games, and now I have the ability to watch NBA games every night, any game I want to. So I'm gonna have to watch him. To beat Tim Duncan, he got to fill some big shoes.
Oh, 100%. But that's why I said even if he's okay, because like I said, you said it's big feels shoes to fill Tim Duncan, right? But let's say he's a level below Timmy, right? That's still
Dave
enough.
Robinson.
I'm
Yeah,
willing to
yeah,
put
yeah.
you guys. What you guys are talking all this jelly bean talk? I'm willing to put jelly beans that this guy is going to be the greatest San Antonio player ever.
No.
I said, wait,
No.
before you say no, why don't you ask me how many jelly beans?
How
I
many?
mean, just talking about.
How many?
How many?
But yeah, it'd be like 8 or 9 years before we can.
It's going to take time, but we're
Yeah.
on. This is recorded shit, so it's easy to play back.
You know what, Roberto?
In 10 years.
I wouldn't even take that bet.
I have never, never. All these tall guys that come in,
Facts.
they stand under the rim and try and dunk without jumping. I have never, and I'm surprised you guys haven't heard any NBA commentary in reference to this guy. Even Stephen A. said, I flew to France to see this brother, and it was worth my money. Watch out, NBA. Unless this guy just crumbles and has all these injuries, that's the only thing I see preventing this kid from doing what Steph Curry did with the three-pointer. Because no big man has ever played remotely close to what this guy has. And he's still developing, Danny.
So
I'm not a Spurs fan.
He's good from the three?
Yeah.
Everywhere. He takes you like Durant on the dribble, jump up 30-footer, bang. Throwing the ball between guys' legs, defending him, and dunking. It's preseason, I understand. But I seen some guys celebrate their preseason results like Jordan Poole screaming, like he's some celebrity getting 41. It's only preseason, buddy.
Yeah.
This guy had 5 blocks last night.
With the preseason, I got something into that with Alonzo Ball, and Alonzo Ball to me was a bust.
I hear you.
So
Alonzo Ball, what was about him? I mean, how many guys are his height and play the way he plays?
No, but in the preseason, that's one of the reasons why the Lakers was just big on him. He's gonna be the face of the franchise.
Okay.
He turned out to be a bust. I'm not saying this guy's not gonna be a bust because I've never seen him, but to make that statement to be the best Spur of all time, I'm gonna have to look at him a couple times before I even remotely talk about Jelly Bean.
If he's not the greatest, I'm gonna say he's top 3. Hands down.
And here's the thing, right?
To me, Tim Duncan is the greatest Spur.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
It's not Robinson.
Right, but that's why I think Roberto said top 3. So if you want to say it'll be Tim Duncan, Robinson, and then Wimby, but I think he'll be better than David Robinson for sure.
Easily.
But here's the thing. And once the Spurs figure this out, this guy can just stand in the paint, and all you'll have to do is lob him the ball. That is it. That's how tall.
Yeah, but they're gonna defend that because Ming was that tall. They'll find somebody to neutralize that. That ain't gonna get you to. You're gonna have to have some help. He's not going to go 84 games and go through all 4 rounds of the playoffs by himself. I just don't believe it.
He's
He
not
does.
by himself, Danny. There's some talent on that team. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I said.
And his skill set is going to make those guys a hell of a lot better because they're going to have to triple team this guy and rough him up. That's the only way.
So he's going to carry a no-name squad like LeBron did to the playoffs.
He could.
If anybody could for one player, because again, there's never been a big man to play the way this guy plays. I saw at least 4 games this guy played already, if not 5.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them throw him the ball where Kareem would have did a hook shot. This guy dunked it. And the guy tried to take a charging. He wasn't even near him. It's like he was Gumby out there, man.
Yeah.
And you hear this guy on the bottom of me, like big Spurs hater. Like
I'm not a hater.
Well, I know,
Hater.
but
I just don't celebrate them like you.
You're not a fan though, right? But you hear.
Oh, but you give props where props is due. I put Duncan top 3 power forward.
Top 3.
Yeah, what, you think he's the best?
Yeah.
Wait. Luka hasn't done shit since 2021. Look it up. You are crazy. Luka for the past 2-3 years has been in the MVP conversation.
Pretty much.
What are you talking about? It's been same names. It's been Djokovic, Luka, Embiid, Giannis.
There's a new name about to join that shit.
And sometime LeBron. Those been the 5 names I've heard for the past 4 or 5 seasons.
Hold on, we got to get into this for a minute. Which power forwards are better than Tim Duncan, Roberto? Which power forwards are better? Do you think are better than Tim Duncan?
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a chance to, think, man. That's like there's so many. There's so many power forwards that I could throw out,
but different.
No, the reason why I asked. Oh, sorry, Dan. Just a second. The reason why I asked because you said you'd put him in the top 3, so I thought you already had your top 3.
Oh no, I'm just throwing it that he'd easily make my top 3.
I got you. You're not.
I don't know who my top 3. Yeah, I'd have to look at all of them and say, okay,
I can tell you my top 3 power forwards right now.
Who's that?
Duncan, Barkley, and Malone.
See, Malone wouldn't make mine.
Malone had high score.
You guys, when we give our top 3, it's not always statistical, right? Because this man was a fucking yawning, boring of a power forward if I ever saw one. Even Kevin McHale had more excitement than this man.
I put McHale made my 5.
But I'm just talking as far as boring. There's putting his hand behind his head and dunking. What the fuck is that? Any big man could have pulled.
The mailman would have delivered a lot if it wasn't for Jordan.
He would be jack shit if he didn't have Stockton. That's my opinion.
I would put Kevin Garnett better than Karl Malone.
Yes.
I'm saying the top 5. Those are my top 5. Y'all just named my top 5 right there.
No, Duncan, somebody said him in the 3. Who said him
in the 3? But I'm saying my top 5. We just named them. It would be first be Duncan, Barkley, Malone, McHale, and Kevin.
All I'm saying, Danny, is he wouldn't make my top 3. Maybe top 5 if I looked at the whole list.
3. I give him top 3 for the scoring.
Barkley's a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Who? Barkley?
Yeah, Barkley's power forward.
For me, Barkley be there way before Malone.
Yeah, Danny said Barkley was his number 2.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm just still fixated on he made your top 3. Sorry, Danny.
I'm talking about the scoring, man. His scoring was high.
Yeah, but if we're talking statistical, I'd have to do the research and see. But as far as game, I mean, in every sport, there's guys who are up there in stats, but their game is boring as fuck. And people just don't look at them for that reason. And there's guys.
Well, in some aspect, I thought the Spurs were boring, a boring team to watch.
They were a boring team, but they were efficient.
That's what I'm saying. Malone was boring, but he was efficient.
But during Malone's time, there was too many power forwards that shook that backboard, and that's the ball that I like. I like a guy who, goes up with 2 hands opposed to putting one behind his head.
Stuck on that head
because he's boring, Danny. He's boring, man.
Okay. That's your.
But hey, he does the job.
Yeah.
You see and I know, I don't even know if I would put Barkley my number 2, but for Karl Malone, I could never put him like top 3 for the fact that he never won a championship and the fact that he missed those 2 free throws that would have put them up to at least bring it to another game so that they could battle for a championship. So he was one of the main reasons why they didn't win one. That's why I can't put him on.
Bartley and Malone ain't won none because Michael Jordan existed.
Okay, yes, I agree with no, hold on. I agree with you on that, but there was a finals where Utah was playing the Bulls and Karl Malone had a chance to hit 2 free throws to put either tie the game or put them up by 1. And he missed both.
I ain't doubting that, but
that's why I'm like,
you can't stand the pressure.
Exactly. That's why he can't be a top 3 because you can't stand that pressure.
For one game? One game?
Yeah, that's one game too much. That's one of them. Hold on. No.
He's got a point, Daddy.
No, it's not just
there's
one
too many
game.
guys to choose from.
Right. It's not just one game though. It's one game where you had the chance to either continue playing or going home. And because he missed those 2 free throws, they went home. It was a game 6 and they lost.
Okay.
Because he missed those free throws.
Who's your top 3 power forward?
I'll go with obviously number 1, Tim Duncan. Number 2, I will put Kevin Garnett there. And number 3, Dirk Nowitzki.
Ooh.
Shot. Okay.
I like that one, Nzo.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki is the only reason I like the Dallas Mavericks. I can't believe I like Dallas in general. Anything Dallas is like Toronto for me. I just can't. But I like the Raptors, and I have to like. That's my team, the Mavericks, because of Lewinsky.
No, I was speaking to memes.
Oh.
He gives a shutout.
What up, memes?
What up?
What up, memes? Good to see you.
Okay, what's my next topic? What is what is the best of the East? What are the 3 best of the East? And we continue. I'll go first. I think now since they added Drew Holiday, Boston is going to be hard to deal with. They're going to be a problem in the East. I think since they add Dame Dollar, Milwaukee is going to be a problem. And I think Miami is going to be a problem because they pissed off since they didn't get Dame Dollar, so they got something to prove. So those are my top 3 going in on the East as the best.
Okay.
Anybody else want to comment or go next or agree?
I'll go.
All
right. I'll go Bucks, Celtics. God. I'll go 76ers.
Even with the problematic James Harden over there?
Yeah, maybe one of these days they'll figure out that he needs to not be a problem. But yeah,
he needs to go ahead and retire. If he can't, they don't give the man too much money. He ain't never happy. He doesn't come to the camp in shape.
Nope.
And Roberto says the mailman was boring. I think James Harden got one of the boringest games of all time for a point guard, shooting guard, or whatever.
Yes, sir. I have to agree.
For sure.
I don't see how, because he doesn't seem quick, but I don't know how he gets to the basketball. Some of the times he get it, but to me, I've never been impressed by James Harden, even though he's scored like crazy only in the regular season because he chokes like nobody's business in the playoffs. But I guess it is what it is. All right, 2 of us are gonna go. Roberto, what's your best 3 in the East?
Hold on, I'm trying to bring that up so I can capture all of them.
I can give you a run off if you want me to. Bucks, Celtics, 76ers, Cavaliers, Knicks, Nets, Hawks, Heat, Raptors, Bulls, Pacers, Wizards.
I got him here, Danny. I got him here. Thank you, sir. I would have to say, because of that big trade, I think Boston is number 1.
I agree.
Milwaukee Bucks, number 2.
I agree.
Number 3, that's a tough one. It's too easy to say the 76ers, but there's too much controversy going on over there, even though they like their new coach and all this blah, blah bullshit.
But one of them coaches and Harden don't get along. I can't think of what the guy that brought
it's
him
the
over.
owner. It's the owner. Like he said, you don't trust him. He don't.
Yeah.
They don't even know if he's going to play all out. They're showing memes of him all 300 pounds sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to say the Miami Heat because my boy got a new hairdo. You see his hair, man?
You let Andre 3000 off the Hey Y'all video.
Oh, shit. They got heart, man. You know what? Honestly, last year, they just. I went to see their game live. It was my first NBA game. And the season that they pulled off last year, nobody thought they'd do it. So for that reason, I'm going to give them the respect and say they're number 3.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets, man. When he get hot and locked in, it could be a problem.
But they didn't get anybody, did they?
No.
That's stupid shit, man.
They were trying to get Dame Dollar.
Dame, yeah.
At the last minute.
They need a big man over there.
Yeah. What do you think, Nzo?
Well, supposedly, from what I'm hearing, is they really fucked up on that trade, right? They figured that no one else would really, make a deal for him, and they figured they had time, so they were trying to basically strong arm Portland to take players that they didn't want to give up, right? But for me, the top in the East is definitely Milwaukee, Boston, and the Heat. I got to go with the Heat because for 2 years, that team was a team that made it to the finals that I was like, there's no way the Miami Heat are making it to the finals. And they did it twice.
Somehow, some way. They got a boom coach. That's all I can say. Spolstra, whatever his name.
Eric Spolstra. Yeah. I don't like him, coach. Because guess who his mentor is? Pat Riley. So
look how long he's been there, Danny. He's been coaching them for how long?
Yeah. Pat Riley has been mentoring him every step of the way.
For sure. Riley's the president?
Yeah. I think the president, either the
general manager.
One of the two. All right.
I want Butler to win one. I really want him to win it because I never realized how good he was until he went to Miami. Because without him there, they were not making like no championship or anything like that. And then boom, he was an instant contributor, and he showed me how good he really was. So I want them to win it. I want him to win one. I don't want Miami.
He's another one that's kind of under the radar. Game's not flashy, but he has consistent numbers. But when you think about superstar, he don't come to my mind. He just don't. But he is. Statistically,
exactly. I agree.
All right, who's your worst? My worst is and I'm so glad to say this.
Quite a few over here.
I can't stand this team, so I'm glad they're at the bottom, and that'd be Detroit Pistons. They stay at the bottom for the rest of creation.
Hater.
I sure am. And Magic, never like Orlando Magic, except the years that Penny and Shaq were there.
Who'd you say? Oh, I got you. Who was the first one though?
Pistons. Can't stand them. And it hurts me to say this, man, but Michael Jordan is not a good owner. He's not a good GM. He sucks. And I think his Hornets, even though I do like Alonzo Ball's brother, he is about the only thing exciting on that team. I like to see him play. But those are my bottom 3. And maybe the Wizards, because the Wizards, now they get rid of Bradley Beal. I don't know who they got for Bradley Beal, but they got rid of Wall and Beal, so I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, for me, my number 1 would be the Orlando Magic. I can't even name one player on that team. Number 2 would have to be the Washington Wizards.
Yep.
They are looking for somebody to draft because, again, I don't know one person on that team, and I don't even see a reason for them to want to become big because nothing's happened in Washington since the 70s. My number 3 team would have to be the Pistons. The reason I picked the Pistons is because I hate their coach for leaving Toronto when he did and the way he did.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Haters.
Yes.
What was it again? What was your 3?
Wizards.
Yeah. Go ahead, Daddy. Sorry.
You said the Wizards, Pistons, and I can't think of the other one you said. Magic? Yeah.
Yeah. Magic was number 1.
Yeah. Don't nobody know anybody that play on Magic. I know I can't name a player.
I can't. No word of a lie.
I'm going to go with Orlando. I'm going to go with Charlotte. And I'm going to go with the Wizards. I ain't picking the Pistons, y'all.
You know that suck. You can't even name one person on there.
He can't bring himself to say certain things. You know that, Danny.
No, didn't they get a first-round pick 2 years ago or something? What's his name? That kid with the afro? Little afro, the high yellow brother?
Man, I'm telling you, my son was.
No, they got somebody skilled on that team. I know that.
If my son was able to go there, and this was the number 1 pick was Detroit right now, son, you're going to college for another year. Yeah.
You're going to have to make him go back to school for like 4 or 5 years before he's not going to be the number 1 pick for that team.
I'll be like, go ahead, bro. We'll make it. I work double shifts, but nah, I can't go to Detroit with you, bro.
Didn't the NFL draftee do that? Wasn't it one of the Manning brothers, Peyton Manning or something like that? One of them did that.
Eli was drafted by the San Diego Chargers, and he said, I ain't going there. So then they traded or swapped picks, and it was actually called a swap of picks for Phillip Rivers went to the Chargers, and Eli went to Giants.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But yeah, he basically said, no, I'm not going to be there.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought it was a player that went back to school, but no, you're right.
Well, I'm sure that's happened too, but I don't know. I mean, I just know that was the case with that one. But
you didn't give yours, Chris. Go ahead.
No, not yet. No, I didn't. But I'm pretty close to you guys too. I want to go first. So not last, but the third to the last would be. I'm going to say Detroit Pistons. Next to the last, Charlotte Hornets, and then last, the Washington Wizards.
I got you.
I'm not sure how Kansas City, who doesn't necessarily support NBA or anything like that, how come we don't have a team? Because I'm pretty sure any team we would have would do better than the Wizards would do. I'm going to say our
team in Washington, honestly.
Exactly. It's like because it's the nation's capital, and they just feel like it has to be there. That's why baseball. That's why baseball went there, because they were like, oh, screw Canada. We need a team. Just put them down there.
And believe me, we don't need fucking Chris having a fucking NBA team to be cheering for every goddamn year.
Yeah, all I got to Oklahoma Thunder. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Or the Nuggets, and well, I guess I could claim the Nuggets. You guys would like that, wouldn't you?
No, you just be another bandwagoner. Oh, they won the championship, so now it's the Nuggets your team. You know what I mean? So
I don't like the Nuggets, so no, I won't say that. No.
Good.
I do kind of keep track of Oklahoma though, but they haven't really had anything really going down there for a minute. So
I got you.
But
I got you.
Yeah, if it's the Spurs or the Pistons, you just can't go against it, can you?
No. Definitely not. Because you know what? When it came to the Pistons, they used to be a thorn in fucking Michael Jeffrey Jordan's ass for years. And to this day, I still can't stand that black bald-headed motherfucker. Fuck Michael Jordan. That's right, I said it. You know what I mean? I was glad Scottie Pippen threw his ass under the bus. Go ahead, Pip. Do your thing, man. Let the people them know what the real Michael Jordan is like. The Michael Jordan that punched fucking Steve Kerr in the face, blacked his eye in practice. Yeah, that Michael Jordan.
What's wrong with
that? Really?
What? You think I have a problem with locker room beefs?
Well, you seen what happened to Draymond, right?
Yeah, but that's the NBA. If you ask the common folk, how many times have you thrown punches at your teammate for talking shit who are talking too much shit, you know?
Oh, Draymond Green got shitload of backlash for that.
Yeah, I know, but it's the times we're living in, Nzo, you know?
Well, I
Back
think
in the
Jordan-
day, you know, you see enough guys coming out with black eyes and hockey and football and shit, and it's not from the other team.
Yeah, but hockey was normal for that.
Who the fuck? Who was that on Washington? Two guys had a fight, and one of them got beat to fuck by a receiver. I remember that. It was in the 90s. And there was no fines or nothing. They just talk about this is in the locker room, and you know they had a dispute, and it's over, it's settled. That's
Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green try to pick people that he think that he can. He ain't gonna jump on no real tough guy. Kind of like how Chris Rock slapping. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That been the right actor up there. He would not have slapped somebody.
So hold on, let me ask you a question, Danny. Did you have a problem with Draymond Green punching Poole? What he did to Poole?
I don't like that. I don't like that bullying. I'm really not a fan of Draymond Green. His game works for the Warriors, but all that arrogance and how he think he's the best at this and think the best at that, and how I've heard some remarks he made about the old players and stuff. Yeah.
So do you have a problem with Michael Jordan punching Steve Kerr in practice?
He shouldn't have done it.
Okay. See, at least you're honest there. Okay.
What, you think I'm not being honest too?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying
okay.
Okay. Because I know that Danny would say, like, yeah, I hate Draymond Green, but then when I say, well, what about Jordan? Well, no, Jordan's cool, right? You know?
No.
I don't know.
Talking smack to some people that your teammates need and stuff. Yeah, but it should never get to a point where you like putting hands on them just over. Unless they just say something totally disrespectful. And I just don't see Steve Kerr saying anything disrespectful to anybody.
But we don't know what was said. What could bring out that reaction? It's not like Draymond punched out 6-7 guys in his whole tenure in the NBA. It happened once. Maybe Poole said something to trigger him. I know I punch people. I punch people out of reflex. We had a beer after. There's no hatred there. But
sorry, man.
I've
Reflexes.
seen Nzo. Nzo used to have a wick. If I have my camera on, I'll show you how big his wick is. But both my fingers are touching each other. But he's playing all saint. Oh, that's not right. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here.
Wait.
I ain't never punched nobody out of reflex. I just haven't.
Oh, sorry, man. It's just reflexes.
You said something to me and I kind of blacked out. I didn't realize I punched you in the face. That wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
You tell me that hasn't happened to anybody? Like
No.
someone like scratching the board, you know, they just got you. Shut the fuck up. Bah! Did I do that?
No, that's pretty conscientious. I'm pretty conscious of when I do that.
I've been on this planet for 53 years. I can honestly say I've never punched anybody out of reflex. No.
Have you played organized sports, Danny?
I have.
Mhm.
I've never
Okay,
punched
so you're
anybody.
one of the few that haven't. But if you talk honestly to most guys that played high, I'm not saying you didn't play
Not
high.
out of reflexes.
You say reflexes to the judge.
I mean, like,
You know you punched him because you wanted to. He talked too much shit. He wouldn't
Exactly.
get out of your face. So you said, listen, I said, you say one more, and he says one more. He's challenging you. Bah!
Yeah.
Say it again. Bah! Bah! You know?
That's not reflexes. That's because I want to.
Reflexes to the judge.
That's
To the
some
judge.
serious bully ball to me.
But Danny, who's the bully? The one who keeps jumping their mouth in your face, or the guy who reacts to it? Who's the real bully?
Yeah, so the
one
ref.
that look like you, that's 230 pounds full of muscle. You the bully.
Then you should know better than to chirp at that tree. That's all I can
You
say.
are the bully.
How do you think that saying come out? Chirp at the.
So the ref-
I talk to the wrong guy one day, and that wrong guy will show you how wrong you were.
I got
So
a
the
bounce,
ref
guys.
comes up. Okay.
I got to
What?
bounce, guys. I got to bounce.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna holler at you
You
guys.
have a
later.
movie to watch?
No, I got a stream to do.
All right.
What?
Take care, yo.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Peace
bro.
out, guys.
I'm going.
I don't believe that one, but anyways.
Yeah, he's trying to interview this guy, this cat that did some movie. He was
Oh,
trying to- yeah,
He sounds nervous. That's why.
yeah. It's you should see on the stream. The guy did Red, some kind of horror movie or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, brother.
Yep. As soon as we get done here, I'm gonna flip over and watch them. I'm gonna bring this up right here. This is an article I watch Dreamers Pro. I think he's like one of the best YouTubers that goes over sports. And his is an article on one of the shows he did earlier this week talking about John Morant and all the issues he had. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it and then we can discuss it.
Okay.
On February 18, 2022, Memphis Grizzlies star superstar John Morant was on a private jet en route to Cleveland for the All-Star game. Surrounded by friends and family, the occasion was momentous, and he decided to chronicle it. Before taking his seat, he began streaming on Instagram Live. He settled in, stretched his legs, and inquired about a deck of cards. He bantered with his grandmother. Then Morant grabbed a bottle of tequila, one of the most expensive tequila brands in the world, with 10,500 people watching. He propped up his phone near a window, held the oversized white bottle at the side, and with both hands and aimed it at the foam, cocking the bottle back and forth like a machine gun. He then did the same with a bottle of another tequila. Choose your poison, he said. Soon after, Morant panned the camera towards Kevin Helms, the Grizzlies' head of team security, who is often by Morant's side. Kev, say what up, Kev, Morant said. Helms, sitting in a different row, flashed a peace sign. Y'all see my dog rocking that MBO, Morant said of Helms, referencing the logo of his hooded sweatshirt. Those letters are tattooed on Morant's stomach and stand for My Brothers, No Others, a moniker for those in his inner circle and a clothing brand led by his childhood friend Devontae Pack, who sat nearby. The live stream continued as tequila was passed around the plane. Y'all babysitting that bottle, Morant asked the group behind him. Morant then asked viewers to come up to the NBPO pop-up in Cleveland, which the Grizzlies' verified Instagram account commented on with 4 flame emojis. Bottles continue to be shared. I'm trying to get the bottles, Morant said. They're babysitting.
As we were going to the 24-hour Sonic here in Columbia, a drunk driver ended up running a red light at
the bottle. He's handed one, and he takes a long pull. Oh, man, we was lit, Morant later said on the flight. It was that weekend. Multiple sources in and around the Grizzlies organization said that some early warning signs became habitual. When concerns around the team and league deepened, and it is when sources said Morant misconduct accelerated, becoming more frequent in public. In the 18 months since, more serious allegations have surfaced, lawsuits and subpoenas have been filed and remain open. It is a period in which a 22-year-old rising superstar struggled with the excess of fame and has become a 24-year-old man whose actions are jeopardizing his career. He went to the first All-Star game, one team source said, and then the alligators got him.
Now, this is Charles Trabance. Trabance, I can't think of pronounce his last name, but he does Dreamers Pro, which I watch just about every day. He does fantastic shows, has a good take, and he has a very, I won't say aggressive, but a very, what word I want to say? He is very opinionated, but a lot of his opinions are based on fact, and most of them I agree with. This article in particular, show he produced, was talking about the issues with John Morant, and some saying that the coach and his dad's name is T, enabled John Morant. They were enablers and were a part of the problem with his misfortune that he's having lately, or particularly last year, with the NBA. And if I'm not mistaken, he's going to be suspended for the first 25 games of the NBA season this season. Yeah, for his last issue, he's going to be the first 25 games of this season, upcoming season, he is going to miss. He's been doing that time. He's been getting therapy, talking to counselors and that kind of stuff. And on this particular video, I said in the comments, John Morant's a grown man, but I think his dad, his team, and they're all and his mother. I heard a story about his mother and his sister are all juicing him up to some degree. And I'll tell you why. A lot of times people, a little background, because he's from the town I live in now, and John Morant's daddy was a prospect for the NBA. He was that good in college, but I think he became his girlfriend, his current wife now, had Ja, and he set aside his career to raise Ja. But there are videos of him like going through the drills in their backyard. He did everything right. He took him to the different teams, AAU, all that kind of stuff. He trained him. I've seen multiple videos. I've been to his games here in Crestwood High School. And there are some that say that the dad and the family are living their dreams through their son. I was on a video, I think Shannon said, it's hard when the parents were the providers and then now their son or their daughters go up and then now the daughters are the providers. It's hard to tell your daughter and son, but now they're providing and carrying the load versus when you were providing and carrying the load to a certain extent. My question by saying all that, do you think that Ja family and his team enabled Ja and kind of co-sign on some of this stuff and kind of help create the monster, or did he do it all by himself?
Like you said, he's a grown-ass man. Sometimes God touches the wrong people with talent who don't appreciate it. And I have to say, this is the man. I mean, skill-wise, Danny, I love to watch this man play basketball.
I do too.
But I am so fed up of this stupid shit he keeps pulling off. And the NBA could make a perfect example of a guy who doesn't deserve what he's getting. I think he should get even harder because he's not learning. And you're not fooling anybody with this. I'm getting help and I'm doing counseling. And you're still hanging around the same people. It's like, when you stop, I've never gone to a rehab, but I like to apply common sense to things. And I think that if I go to a drug center, the first thing they're going to tell me is in order for you to remain celibate, you have to stay away from the environment that leads you to becoming a drug addict again. New city, new friends, new this, new that. It's unfortunate when it's family. But, man, look at the position you're in.
Yeah,
Fuck. It's sad. It's really sad, but I'm more mad than sad, Danny.
Chris, your thoughts before I go again.
I think, listen, you are your own person. Yes, I'm not disagreeing that family can cause these issues or can help, or make these issues worse, or, they can contribute to it, but ultimately you're in charge of yourself. You can stop yourself. And if you can't, and I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who just have no control over their themselves and the things they do, but they still have to be held accountable for it. Mm-hmm. And if the NBA keeps, the NBA has tried to let this guy be there, be a part of these teams, be in the NBA, and they keep trying, and yet he keeps doing this stuff. Yeah, and he's the guy that's got to stop it. And, fine, he's getting help and all that. Well, I guess you got to show that help's doing something. Because if it isn't, then, game over.
Yeah, I heard what Roberto said. And when I first heard this, I was a little bit more mad and sad. But right now, I'm very hopeful. I've met Ja and his dad. His dad used to be a barber in a shop that I frequent a few times, and I've seen him face to face. Never really had a conversation with him, but I saw his son play a couple times at Crestwood in high school. He was phenomenal. I'm rooting for him, but I know sometimes we can live through our kids if they're especially good in something. And I've seen some parents like move where their kids move just to be close to them and stuff. I don't know what the case is, what the situation is. But I think that when you get into that particular level of fame, that you have to thin the herd if your friend or your inner circle is not doing you any good. One thing that I always thought was strange was why his boys, or supposed to be boy, always got him on Instagram in a compromising position. Why he always filming that? Mm-hmm. Even if he did have it, but until you cut on that camera and mash that button to go live, nobody knows what you got.
Well, I can tell you.
So to me,
I can tell you kind of why. And I'll go ahead and finish, and I'll tell you why.
I was just saying that ain't a real friend. If the four of us was rocking together, and Roberto, this big time hockey player, and maybe Roberto is drinking like that, or maybe he is, whatever he's doing, I ain't gonna cut on live
That's some stupid shit.
I ain't gonna cut on live and blast him, especially if he is taking care of me. For as like, man, Danny, I got you, Danny. Why am I gonna essentially bite the hand that is feeding me? That makes no sense unless one thing, I'm jealous. I'm mad because he making I ain't, or whatever, what kind of sick jealousy that could be. But I ain't Roberto a true friend. If I know he a big time hockey star and he doing this kind of stuff, that's something we keep in the inner circle. If I'm his true friend, I'd be like, look, man, you don't need to be doing that, man, because you about to mess up your money. Because he had his big time shoe deal. Not many people in the NBA get their own shoe deals. He was about to get his own shoe deal. He had all these different things. I think Gatorade or some kind of different ads he had out there, man. All that stuff is gone. Now he may get a chance to get it back because of course, great late Kobe Bryant went through his issues, but he was able to come back. But Kobe, he put in the work and he showed that look, that was a one-time stupid mistake. I ain't trying to do it no more. But Jar, he did not once but twice. Was on social media with a gun. He know that is unbecoming of NBA. One of the rules that he can't do. So I'm hoping that this 25 game suspension, or how many it is, will teach him a lesson. I hope he's getting the treatment he's getting because I'm rooting for the brother. I don't want to see him lose what he got and come back here to where we at, because this ain't hitting if you're in a position to get out there and take care of your family for generations.
Not even Allen Iverson did that stupid shit. Yeah. And Allen Iverson was the true gangster of the NBA, you know?
So
and he didn't do that stupid shit.
I hope he learned his lesson, bro. I really don't want to see him or his family lose all the blessings that God has given them.
Mm-hmm. Regarding his friends, Danny, I say they're one of two things. They're either trying to sabotage his career or they're really fucking stupid.
Well, I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it's the first.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about sabotage, but I don't know. I wasn't around him during school, but even athletes and stuff may not be the popular person. And if he was just good at athletics and stuff like that, and maybe he wasn't a popular person, and that's how he was popular, there's always those kids who just want to screw with you. And they make you the butt of all the jokes, and it doesn't matter how good you are at something, all of that. And maybe that's just how they've always treated him, and he doesn't know better.
Well, shame on you for keeping a person like that around you.
Yeah, but this guy that's what a tattoo. What is saying? What was the thing they said? Yeah, Mobo.
Something about brother only or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with any of it, but there's that stuff that happens. Unfortunately, he's the recipient of all bad stuff about it.
He's bringing it all on himself.
Yeah.
What the fuck? After you have all these altercations with guns, almost ruin your career, want to mimic a gun with anything, be it a bottle of expensive champagne or a broomstick or...
My brother's no others. Yeah, if it's my brother no other, then hey, bro. Then
good luck, because when you have no money, them brothers are going to be no others.
Exactly.
They'll be gone.
Exactly.
And if you're a true friend, you're going to tell your boy, hey, look, man, in private, look, bro, I'm going to rock with you, but, man, you shouldn't do that, man, because you're going to mess up your money. You're going to mess up your career. You got a good thing going here. I hate to see you do it just because you're trying to look a certain way or trying to do a certain persona. It ain't worth it. That's what a true friend should do, instead of being like, hey, yeah, man, that's cool. But yes, man, if you're gonna, the quickest way for somebody to lose their money is to surround themselves with a bunch of yes men.
Yep. Well, I mean, people like MC Hammer did that. He wanted all these people around him, and then he put the wrong people around him, and they took all his money. And then when the money was gone,
he tried to help, but I think it's a little bit different.
He did. That's true. It's different.
I don't think he had the knowledge to manage the money and stuff. That's what I think. I don't think that he necessarily. I don't know, because I was watching some of the MC Hammer story, but he was actually trying to help people.
I mean, but it's similar idea though. I think that once the money's gone, or once he's screwed it up, then his friends will be gone. He'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're right.
And then he'll realize, and then it's too late. It's like, which is bad, but
I agree. All right, we're gonna get 2 more topics, and then we be what is the worst? Or no, what are your best 3 NFL teams so far? So far this season. This is the eye test. Or you want to throw stats in it, that's good. If you want to throw whatever. Right now, at the top of the list, it don't matter what division. Right now, as you currently see it in week 7, what are the 3 best NFL teams in your mind? Roberto, you can go first. Roberto, there, Chris, you can go first.
Well, I hate to say it, but the best right now, San Francisco. Second best, Philadelphia, and third best, Kansas City.
I knew you go fly them bad boys in there.
Oh, so what happened? The top 3 in the NFL?
Top 3 NFL.
Yeah.
Top 3 NFL. Chris pick was San Fran, Eagles, and Kansas City. What's your top 3?
It's just, it's pretty much the same answers. I would maybe just
Mine is
rank
different.
a little differently.
No, mine is different, but go ahead.
Philly would be my third because I don't know, man. They just haven't proven anything to me in the last 2-3 games. They just look mediocre. Number 1 is obviously San Fran, but if they can't get their 2 key elements fixed, they will be removed from that situation. That's all I'm saying. If McCaffrey's out for the season, we hear he's not, but we know him and how injury prone he is.
Yep.
Right now, the way it's going, I would have to throw Detroit up in there, man. It's never been done before. I wanted to be the first to fucking do it.
Yeah. Think you're buying into it too quickly.
It's not a matter of buying into it. I didn't say they're winning the Super Bowl, but let's be honest. Pound for pound, who's played the best football, regardless of
who they played?
You said the same thing to me last time. And who did San Fran destroy? Dallas. Stop that shit, Chris. That shit makes no sense. You told me just before that game, who did they play before the Dallas game? And they fucking destroyed Dallas.
And I picked San Francisco.
But that's not it. The point is, you said they haven't played anybody. They fucking manhandled Dallas like nobody's business when Dallas was considered one of the top 3 in the NFL. So I want to hear crickets now, Mr. Chris.
That's kind of true. That's all I'm saying.
And your Kansas City Chiefs are not top 3, monsieur, because they look mediocre their damn self.
What are you talking about?
Their damn self.
Who have they played? They've played teams.
Who did they just play and barely win?
See, you guys are taking that. You see, I told you that was going to happen. No. I told you that was going to happen because it's a division game.
It is what it is.
Well, you can believe what you want because I'm going to tell you right now that I wouldn't be surprised that the first time that they play somebody, they're out. And and Kansas City's already had to play tough teams. And I am putting Detroit on that, but it's not like Detroit won that game. Kansas City did everything to give them that game.
What was the final score?
It was like, 3 to 7 points max.
What was the final score?
I can't remember.
Was Detroit not 1-0 and Kansas City was 0-1?
It doesn't matter. They're both the same record.
If you repeat that game 16 times, Kansas City.
If you repeat that game 60 times, I guarantee you at least 4.
No, I say if you repeat that outcome 16 times, Detroit is 16-0 and Kansas City is 0-16. So how do you mean that means nothing? I don't understand that, Chris. Your team has looked mediocre the last 3 games. I got your tight end in my fantasy, so I'm watching Kansas City very hard. And I have to say, I am worried.
They look
That's all
vulnerable.
I'm saying.
They're
look very vulnerable.
They'll probably get it together because they're 5-1. It's like 14-5.
Nobody else talks about this. Listen, they've taken a knee twice and ran timeout, and they could have covered both of those games exactly like the odds said they were going to. And in fact, even the Denver game, while it was a lower score, they covered that too. They're still winning. And listen, the Baltimore Ravens barely won. No, wait, time out. Hey, whoa. The Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl and didn't even have an offense. They did just enough to win. And the fact of the matter here is our defense is scary good. We're getting another guy back. We just added a guy that helped this team last year have a good offense. We'll see what's going to happen.
Bro,
but the thing is they're still winning games.
Well,
and got a little louder, Danny.
You're getting worked up over
No. It's just he's just trying to say this. And I'm just saying, listen, you can say what you want about it. It's not going to change the fact that they're still winning games.
Nobody said that.
With some jelly beans again.
You saying right?
You guys ain't winning the Super Bowl. You're not even making it to the conference finals. That's my prediction.
I ain't saying all that now.
I'm just making a prediction.
Okay. I think you're totally discounting a lot of things that are going on with this team. But you go ahead and you believe that.
You know, we don't take out Kleenex and play soft.
I will take your apology. I will take your apology as soon as Detroit's out and Kansas City's still in.
You know what? I will give you an apology as soon as I receive one from you about who they played and who got destroyed, and you were absolutely wrong.
No, I know.
Get an apology from you.
No,
you will not get an apology
choose,
from me.
I did not choose Dallas. I told you. I had to decide.
That's not the issue, Chris. You're evading what we were originally talking about. I was gloating about how good their record was, and you said, "Who have they beat? Who have?"
And then they just got beat by. And then they got beat by.
They're going a week ahead again.
The San Francisco game was the same thing as the Cleveland game. So you're going to tell me that makes a difference?
We're not staying in the realm. We're talking about week 5, not week 6, not week 7, not week 3. Week 5, Chris. When I was talking highly of them before the Dallas game, and you said,
and I still don't think. Listen,
oh my God,
I still don't think San Francisco's that good. I bet right now,
but they're the team to beat, just as I am with
I know.
Team.
But you can't get
it worked up.
I'm just saying. I'm giving you reasons.
Yeah,
that you think the Kansas City. You think the Kansas City.
Okay,
isn't as good.
Let's bring it down. The question was right now, currently.
And I gave you my 3. I'll be right back.
Okay, my 3. My 3 is San Fran.
Wow.
My 3 is Detroit. And it's kind of like between Philly and Miami, because Miami is playing good ball.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Miami. I'm sorry.
So it's like
I would put Miami there before Kansas City.
It's like 3-8. All of them 5-1. 5-1, so all of them got the same record. But I'm liking Miami. I'm really liking Miami, and it would be kind of poetic justice if Miami and Cleveland. And Chiefs did go and Tyreek Hill was getting the better of Chiefs. That would be poetic justice to me.
How many euros do you want? 1 or 2? 1 euro pork?
Who is that?
It's my wife.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I've been asking you for like maybe half an hour.
I don't think the whole listeners have to hear you.
Your order.
I
didn't get your order, babe.
Sorry.
What is it?
Sorry.
You good? Next question. The next question is, who is the worst? Who is the worst in the NFL? And to me, the worst in the NFL. Oh, I can't stand these suckers. Broncos. Even though I'm a big Russell Wilson fan, the Broncos are just terrible. I don't know what Russell Wilson is doing. I don't think he is past his prime.
Pick it up.
It just hurts me to see that he's not playing up to his potential.
Send the troublemaker over, he said.
I definitely put them as the worst. Number 2 would be New York Giants.
Danny, could I interrupt you quickly?
Yes,
Because you just brought up something that I know might tickle Chris again, but you're making reference to Russell Wilson, right?
Yes.
I posted this meme on Facebook where they were showing Russell Wilson's numbers compared to what's the quarterback for Kansas City again? Mahomes. Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
Mahomes. And they're spot on identical. In fact, Russell Wilson has better stats than Patrick Mahomes.
Right now?
It's just that his defense is ranked 32nd and Mahomes' defense is ranked 3rd.
Oh, let me see if I can pull that
So
up.
everybody was really hating on, and I was hating on him too. So they showed those numbers. Oh, the mute came off quick. Jeez, on Brad. What's up,
Yeah,
Chris?
What were you saying?
I was saying how I posted something on Facebook, something that came up that was shocking to me about Russell Wilson. How his numbers, in fact, I have it right here. Hold on. So it's saying right here, after week 6, touchdowns, Russell Wilson 12, Mahomes 11. Interceptions 4, Mahomes 5. Quarterback rating 99.0, Mahomes 95.7.
Good thing the season ends today, right?
Defensive points per game, 32nd. Defensive points per game, Mahomes 2nd. Record 1-5, 5-1. So I don't know that the one before the record seems to have a big emphasis on the overall record, I think. Because if they had the 31st ranked defense, they might be 1-5 as well.
Yeah, but they're not. And good thing that the season ends today, right?
I'm just making some comparisons just to give what's his name some justice that it's not necessarily Russell Wilson that's the cause
I've
of
always said
Denver's
Russell
demise.
Wilson. I don't think that he's past his prime, but
it's just not who he used to
Russell
be.
Wilson is playing much better this year. But again, I said last year and I said it again this year, I don't think Russell Wilson is going to have any change on what that team can and can't do. He went to the wrong team because they gave too much for him. And they gave too much to get a coach there.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot build a team around a quarterback without picks. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I said last year. That's what I said this year. That's why Denver's not going to make it.
But they are.
I didn't say Russell Wilson. I mean, last year Russell Wilson was horrible.
Yeah, he was.
I think it was more the coach, and I don't think he knew that system. Even with this coach, coach they got now, Peyton. Gus, I can't think of his name, whole name, but he is supposed to be the quarterback fixer, and now it's saying that he can't even fix Russell, or they can't get on the same page. I don't know what it is, but fantasy wise, statistic wise, Russell's not playing bad because he had maybe one game statistic wise. But it ain't on him. It's been a lot of drops. I watched the games. Receivers dropping. I don't know whether they're on the same. His O-line is not giving him time. So
I think 3 of his picks came in one game.
Yeah, I mean, so if your O-line is not giving you the proper coverage, and I'm gonna give some up to attrition because he's getting older. But I don't think he's past his prime. I just think he get in the right setting. And then, of course, he can't defeat his height. His height is always going to be a disadvantage to him. But I don't know. And then maybe he's not accustomed to that high altitude because I've been told that can dramatically change your game and stuff. And
it plays a big role on you.
Yeah. So I mean, you got a lot of things. Declining age, coach maybe not feeling him like he once was. Altitude. I don't know.
Think about it, Danny. When he got injured with Seattle, he was going through all these methods to try and recover, make a speedy recovery. Everyone was freaking out, this guy. And if you look at his stats since he's come back, he is horrible. Horrible.
Maybe he's not completely healthy. Maybe
I think he came back too fast. That's what I honestly think. Because
this modern medicine now is crazy. Not to cut you off, but now they're talking about
Rodgers.
Rodgers could be back before the end of the regular season.
He
To
was
me,
on the
that is
field throwing the ball
incredible.
last week.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I said Denver, New York, and who's my third?
Who, Giants?
Yeah. As far as worst.
Oh, I can't wait to get on this one.
I think I'm gonna have to put New England in there because they're sticking it up. And I hate saying that because I like Belichick, but this year those are my three worst.
You want to go, Chris?
What was that?
You want to go before me?
The three worst teams in the NFL.
All right, can you hear me though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Keeps changing between my Bluetooth and my car. Worst. Oh, definitely Denver. Boy, I almost put Arizona there, but
They're 1-5. Let me change mine too. I gotta put Carolina. Carolina's stinking it up too.
Yeah. I'd go Denver, Carolina, and man, I almost want to say New Orleans because they can't get anywhere. I want to say Denver, Carolina, and New York because I think New York has a bigger problem.
Yep, the quarterback and Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy.
Yeah. But I want to say something really quick about
Go ahead.
the whole Russell Wilson thing there.
All right.
That this year he's playing a lot better. I just think he went to the wrong team for whatever reason. I guess he probably knew Geno Smith was going to get the start because they weren't going to put him in yet, and he didn't want to wait. He just wanted to come in.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't. That was like way too good of an offer for Seattle to turn down. And I thought he had did he have a no trade clause or something like that he had to waive?
I'm not certain. Where is that echo coming from?
Here, like I said, switching between my car Bluetooth is not good.
Yeah, I hear echo. You don't hear echo. When you talk.
I don't hear it.
Only when Danny talks, I hear it.
Yeah.
No, I hear it from me too.
All right, but go ahead.
I just think that I don't know. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to make it here and there in Denver, and they're just going to have to bite the bullet, take the loss, and ship it someplace else. If I were to put him someplace, I'd almost put him in New Orleans.
Yeah,
Russ Wilson.
Yeah.
Should I take him on Washington? I take him on Washington right now.
There you go.
I don't know. I think he'd be better in New Orleans. He could take his girl over there.
I ain't too happy with our.
But could I throw my three?
Yes, sir. Go right
My
ahead.
number one is New England.
Patriots.
New England, you suck shit. Did you see the thing I wrote in our text? I think I used capitals. Oh my God, are you whore awful? Like Shaq said, you got Belichick. You are shit without Brady. That's what I'm going to say right now. I
didn't want to say that, man. But
I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. And number two, I'd like to say the Giants, but you haven't disappointed me because I haven't picked you all year. It's fucking New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints, I fucking hate you. I didn't choose you 3 times. You won 3 times. Every game I picked you, you lost. I ain't picking you the rest of the season. You are the new Dallas Cowboys.
Atlanta good for that too, boy.
Atlanta
can make you think, yeah, okay.
They're 50-50. They're 50-50. But New Orleans, Danny,
they've always screwed me.
Like Chris said, the definition Chris gave you for New Orleans, did they play the Monday night game? When did they play? The Sunday night game?
Yeah. No, Thursday.
Thursday night game?
Yep.
Man, you see them in the red zone?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And you have, what's his name back? Number 41?
Thompson. Oh, yeah, Kamara.
That makes no sense to me.
That brings me back to like that Seattle Super Bowl where they didn't use it.
Didn't use beast mode. Yeah,
That,
that was Pete Carroll. They didn't use Marshawn Lynch. They didn't use Marshawn Lynch because Pete Carroll was a knucklehead.
Yeah, that's on him.
Did not
That's the
want him
same
to
thing
get the
that happened
MVP.
down there. You got Alvin Kamara. You better use him in that type of a situation.
100%. Even an option or something. Just make him touch the ball. They gave it to him once on second down. He got a yard because the line ain't nothing. And they gave up on him.
Yep.
Number 3 is the Giants. Only because they're bad.
Mr. Jones, their quarterback, is killing them.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Carolina so much, Danny, because they got a rookie, and at times they look all right.
The running back look good. I like Hubbard, but 0-6, I can't.
Just because you say that they're a bad team doesn't mean that they have bad players. You can have a good team and have some good players. I'm saying it. Russell Wilson still, I think, could be a good player, but not there.
Yeah, he's on the wrong
It's
team.
not going to happen there.
And they gave him way too much money.
Well, that's the thing. They have handcuffed themselves for at least 3 more years. At least.
That's sad. That's what happens when you don't have a quarterback in a while, you know? What if he goes to Chicago?
Well, yeah. Just get this.
I don't think he does well in cold places.
We just got back.
Seattle's cold.
Not cold like not Chicago.
Okay.
So we just got back McCole Hardman, and what we gave up was we got McCole Hardman and a 7th round pick from the New York Jets. They got from us a 6th round pick, and I think it's not in this year, it's next year, not next year, but the year after, so like 2025, I think. And the thing is everybody's saying fundamentally that just means we swapped picks and we got a player. Because more often than not, the way things look, we're going to end up getting about the same spot in the draft, a high 7th round, not a low 6th round. So that's how you do trades. And then we got him for with $1 million, I think we had to pay him or something like that. Instead of what he wanted, which was 3 years, $7 million a year or something like that this offseason. So we got a player back that more than likely, I'm not totally sure because they didn't use him at all with the Jets. I don't know why, but we'll see. But if he does what he was able to do last year and he's healthy, he's going to help this team.
Hopefully.
You don't. I mean, I think Denver would have been better drafting another quarterback and just trying and then getting some other pieces. But I don't know what made them think getting an older quarterback and having nothing around him was going to make him win.
Wait, but he has Judy's a boom receiver.
He does, but again, that's one player. Okay, so you saw it. Let's just play the game on this. In the Lions game, when Mahomes didn't have Kelsey, it handcuffs you, and it doesn't. That's just anybody. When you took 2 big pieces from Purdy, it handcuffed him.
That's what I said.
A lot of these teams got the Brady effect though. Brady could take a mediocre receiver and make him look great. Mediocre.
But he had 3 seasons where he sucked the bag without receivers.
Exactly, that's the thing, and you can tell that was the problem. And I think that's the thing is that if you just got, I don't know how they're going to do it, but if they could just get one more wide receiver in there that could even make people look their way. Right now, everybody looks at Judy. Everybody looks that way. That's it.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't help him. I mean, again,
the market doesn't help him either. He's in one of the smallest markets. Nobody wants to go live in Denver. I know I wouldn't. Altitude, cold as all get out. Buffalo and all that. Yeah, nobody wants to live there.
I would live up there. They got some boom chronic.
Nah. Nah, that ain't that appeals to me. But I hear what you're saying. This is another episode in the books. I know a couple of y'all gotta go. Thank you on the road. Roberto say he has to go.
Well, I just want to interrupt you quickly, Danny. Is that our cue up there? Is that our Quentin from the fantasy?
I'm assuming it is.
What up, Q? And I want to ask you this. have you watched a New England Patriots game this year? Because I like to say the Broncos were in a few games this year. The games that I watched New England play, I don't even think they saw the end zone. I don't even think they saw the red zone.
They got their first touchdown this season with Ezekiel Elliott, wasn't it? Last Sunday.
I can't even tell you, Danny.
I know he got one. It's the first one as a Patriot. I remember hearing that. I was like, why couldn't you done this 2 Sundays ago? You sucker.
What's New England's record? It's 1-5.
They're 3-2, if I'm mistaken.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Hold on, I just looked it up.
Look that up.
No, I stand corrected. That was Jets. They're 1-5.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see, I mean,
And that game they won was.
I will change it. I will agree with you there, Roberto. I will change it and probably. I still have to leave the Broncos on there because it's not because they're a bad team. They're just a bad team. They don't
bad defense. They're very, very bad defense, Chris.
That's why they're bad. And so I would.
Yeah, your team is offense and defense. You're right.
New England is just.
New England has nada, zero.
You got to turn your volume a little bit, Chris. You're kind of low. But before we get out of here, let me give you the 2 top teams in each conference. In the AFC East, it's the Dolphins at 5-1, Buffalo at 4-2. AFC North is Baltimore at 4-2, Pittsburgh at 3-2, tied with Cleveland at 3-2. AFC South is Jacksonville at 5-2, Indianapolis, the Colts and the Houston Texans are tied at 3-3. The AFC West is Kansas City at 5-1, and the Raiders at 3-3. NFC East is Philadelphia at 5-1, Dallas at 4-2. NFC North is Detroit at 5-1. Lord, this division sucks. Green Bay 2-3.
Yeah, Detroit could lose a couple games.
Yeah, and still win it. NFC South, Tampa Bay is 3-2. Atlanta is 3-3. And NFC West is 49ers 5-1 and Seattle at 3-2. So
NFC East is no longer the NFC least, huh?
Nope.
Everyone had that little laugh for a year or two.
Yep.
Yeah, what's Washington's record right now?
3-3.
3-3. But
the Giants,
man, they were in there with Philly, and I'm afraid of this Giants game, to be honest. You see my new lid, Danny? Hold on, let me get up in there.
Oh man, I like that. Commanders.
This is the only thing I'll wear with Commanders because they got it like West Coast style, you know.
Did you buy that or did you have that made?
I bought it. Watch.
Okay, that's what's up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wrong side.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on here?
Other
Oh,
side.
here
There
we
we go. Yeah, I like that.
I picked it up at Lids.
I like Liz, man, but I don't like Liz prices. Oh,
I hear you, Daddy, 100. But if I was going to spend all that cash on running shoes, I could spend it on.
Man, they hurt my
Liz.
feelings with Liz. I go in there, but oof, oh god. But they got some rough hats in there.
You stay original because too many people feel like you know. You won't see like 1,000 people wearing the same hat as you.
I got you. You're right. Right, gentlemen, it has been fantastic. We will be back here next Saturday if Lord allows it and everything's going good.
Washington.
Yeah, please. Hey, what's up, Quentin? Glad you was able to drop by. We got 9 people in the chat, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. Y'all make sure y'all come back. We try to do this every Saturday around 4:30ish. Try to get the fellas together, man. But go over and support Nzo's show on Bigger Forward Entertainment. He's interviewing the guy from Robin Hood. In some movie, I think it was a horror movie or something that's very controversial. I'm not really certain. Maybe I think it was a black version of Robin Hood. I'm not certain, but go over there and check him out. He's interviewing the individual that directed it, maybe even wrote it, the movie. So let's go support our boy. Until next week, y'all hold it down. We will be back. Let's leave with our intro, which is fire. Thank you, Shifty. We appreciate it.